Hi guys, it's Lily,
And this is Clover.
and welcome back to
All the tea we cannot sip.
Oh my gosh, we did it. We made a podcast. This is our second one.
I know, episode number 2.
How do you feel the first one went?
When we were editing and listening to it over and over again, when we were talking in the moment, I didn't think it was that dark. But when you hear it all back like that, we got pretty dark. But when you're talking about all these celebrity deaths too, how can you not?
That's what I was gonna say. It is, you know, it's a sad topic, but you know what? It's the new year, and
Hmm.
we have so many things to talk about, a lot of uplifting things, happy things. But at the end of the day, it is a new year. We have new things to talk about.
I think,
What
yeah, we
are,
have a lot to talk about.
yes, I started my new job today.
How was it?
It was pretty boring because I had to do you know, a lot of intro stuff that you have to do with every job paperwork. But I'm very excited. Everyone was so nice. The drive is pretty nice. It's not too bad. And when the weather isn't as bad, the drive will be better. But it's winter. What do you expect?
But I was going to ask you, did your work today have that one person?
No, I
There
didn't.
wasn't that one person you just immediately felt like you won't get along with?
No, I didn't sense that, but I also sat in an office by myself all day.
That's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, so everyone seemed super nice and supportive, and I am really happy about that because there have been jobs with those people.
Yes, I think we've all walked in on that first day and it's like you lock eyes and you just know this is my work nemesis.
Yes, and usually they are Aries.
Interesting.
I know,
Mine
which,
have been all over the place, but there was one Aries now that you mention it.
yeah, which I'm supposed to actually be really compatible with Aries because they're opposite of Libra on the chart. And it
Hmm.
said that whoever's opposite of you on the chart, you either really get along with or you really don't because they are opposite of you.
We'll definitely have to do a Zodiac episode too. That's something I
Yes,
was thinking about this week was I feel like our first podcast like sparked some creativity in both of us. We're both excited and coming up with all these ideas and getting to do it together. It's been really fun.
yes, I'm so excited.
Me too.
Well, on the agenda this week, I think we have what YouTubers or influencers from any social platform would you want to meet or be friends with?
This was actually Lily's suggestion, and I thought it was a really good one. And
Okay.
I thought it was a really interesting idea to talk about because I think we all have people we've followed for years who we feel some sort of relationship with. It's one-sided because we know a lot more about these influencers than they'll ever know about us, but it feels real to us. And I really did have to think about who I would actually want to hang out with because I also noticed the people I watch the most aren't necessarily the ones I would want to be friends with in real life. What about
Yes.
you?
Yes, I get that. I love the drama. I love the controversy, but I
It's
tend to
okay.
not gravitate towards that in real life or the people I surround myself with. I tend to surround myself with people that are pretty low maintenance because I love Trisha Paytas. I don't think I could be friends with her because she's
You,
so extra and I don't want attention. I just want to go
she
to the
was on
store.
my list too, and I came to the same conclusion.
That I would be her friend if I didn't have to go anywhere with her because she just radiates that, where people want to come up to her and I am a fairly introverted person and I think she has a very sweet heart, as misguided as she can be. But I think it would
Hmm.
be a lot of fun to hang out with her one on one, but not ever in a YouTube, in
Hmm.
an Instagram, or out in public.
She could be your secret friend.
Yes, we all need a secret friend.
Yeah, I feel like because I've watched Trisha a long time. She's probably the influencer I've followed the longest, if I'm being honest. And I feel like in my younger years, when I thought that I could save everybody, I would have loved to be her friend. Like, I feel badly for her, and I see like parts of myself in her, and I feel like I understand why she does certain things. And maybe now that she's married and is a mother, she's moving past some of that stuff. But at the end of the day, I feel like she's the kind of friend who will always be needing validation and picking fights and like wanting to be the main character. And I just don't have the energy.
And you already have one friend that needs constant validation.
As it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, I hope Lily doesn't think I'm talking about her. I'm not projecting. No, but
No,
you're not like that because you don't. You've never made a video crying on your kitchen floor in front of your fridge, calling people out for their shit and airing all their dirty laundry because they didn't text you back. You know what I mean?
yeah. And you know what? I just don't have time for that. Like, one time I had somebody get mad at me and they were like, delete or block my number. And I did. I wasn't going to argue with it. Like, I can't talk sense into that person.
No.
And I was just thinking when you said one of the longest YouTubers that you've been following, I was thinking my person that I would love to meet, love to hang out with, Jenna Marbles. I know she is not on the platforms anymore, but I'm so happy for her that she got married to Julian. And she just seems like a genuinely kind and caring person who likes to
Mm-hmm.
stay in her house. And I like to stay in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I need like low key, low effort relationships like that. And I feel like, she just likes to have me time where she does silly things. And I think that's so cool. That's so cool. I've always thought she was hilarious.
So
And
if you could have like one dream day hanging out with Jenna Marbles, walk me through it. What would it be like?
um, I don't know if it would be a whole day. I don't know if I can spend a whole day with anyone. But, you know, I would love to go over to her house and have her and Julian cook me dinner because they used to do their cooking shows and they do cook vegan. I'm not vegan, but I'm down to try anything. And it looks like the food that they cook is usually pretty good looking. I would definitely
Oh.
try it. I would love to play with her pups. She just would make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple videos of hers where she watches TikToks that just make her laugh. And I love that because that it's something I do. So it's just something we could sit and do together. And it honestly looks like she has really comfortable furniture. And I could just see us sipping on
Snuggling
a
up with
glass
the
of wine.
dog. Mhm.
Yeah. Cuddled up with some pups on some comfy furniture, watching funny TikToks and showing each other. I feel like that's something we do. I feel like a good friendship is a friendship that you can do those things with where you don't have to always be doing something. Yeah, so I think that would be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yes.
I was
Who?
trying to think of people who I would actually see myself hanging out with too. And one of the first ones that came to mind was Chelsea Lynn, also
Yes,
known
I
as
thought that
Trailer Trash
too.
Tammy.
I love
Yes.
Trailer Trash Tammy. Oh, but her vlogs back during like right before the pandemic and during the pandemic, they were so great. She's so funny, so down to earth, and I just want her to call me Sugar.
Yes, she's so hilarious. I can just imagine us going to get some like Checkers chicken. I've never had that, or Churches. I really want to try those and their mozzarella sticks. and then we'll just go back to her place, go skinny dipping in her pool because she's open with her body, and I love that because I'm not ashamed of mine either. And I can just see us hate watching people on YouTube and making funny TikToks and just being real because she has that character, but she also has this other side of her that likes putting on makeup and getting dressed up. And that's the Chelsea I want to hang out with.
And she's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I
She's
want
very
a friend
pretty.
that I can go to Walmart in my nightgown with.
Exactly. Or sit topless in the hot tub. We're all just girls.
Exactly. That would be, that is a good one. I thought that too. Ugh,
I figured you would.
I don't remember the first time I saw it because the first time I saw her, it was Trailer Trash Tammy.
Hmm.
And
Me too. And she got me. She was eating like chicken and corn from a can and some like Kraft macaroni and cheese in her car.
in
And
her
I
car,
did not know it was parody. I thought it was a downtown honky tonk woman doing a mukbang in her station wagon.
I think the first one I saw, it was a compilation thing and I was just cracking up. I showed my partner the video and we were just laughing together. And of course, when I find something I'm interested in, I will deep dive it and watch everything.
Yeah, you probably knew her social security number by the end of the night.
I can't help it when I just have a thing when I get like interested in something, it is my personality.
I can really relate to that. I've watched way more hours than I care to admit of the Jodi Arias trial because I think it was something like that, like a clip or a compilation I saw of her in court, and I was just down the rabbit hole for months.
Oh, I
I
just
would be
watched
cleaning, having it on the TV, or making dinner,
yeah.
and my hubby would say, "Are you listening to that court thing again?" Okay, so who else would you want to be friends with in real life?
um so this may be a little controversial because of everything that's happened in the past couple of months, but I really would love to be friends with the Try Guys and their partners, Keith, Zach, and Eugene, and their partners. I think they're all so different and have so much personality. I love Keith. He is hilarious. Eugene, I kind of just want to be Eugene. Who doesn't? He has an amazing style. He knows so much about a lot of things that I'm interested in.
Hmm.
And Zach is there.
Zach's the bonus friend. He's not the one you go to see, but you're not mad that he's there.
No, he's definitely a lot less annoying than he used to be.
Well, tough times sometimes cause people to rise up.
Well,
I
I
do
mean, in
feel
the
like,
past like year, two, because I've been watching the Try Guys since BuzzFeed. Zach has kind of been like a kid brother almost. Like I feel about him like I feel about my brother. Like I love my brother,
hmm,
but sometimes he annoys me. And that's just Zach. But I think the Try Guys, have a lot to offer. I do think that, with everything that has happened, it has made the Try Guys stronger in who they are and what they want to do. And I think that's amazing. I I'm not going to comment on all the things that happened because everyone already has and it's not my place because it it's just not. I don't believe it is. But I do think Keith, Eugene, and Zach would be amazing to hang out with.
I do think that would be one really fun like board game night. Like I want to play Cards Against Humanity with them or even
Yes.
charades.
Pictionary.
Yeah.
Like any fun game that's just because, you know, they are big personalities. And I feel like when I'm around big personalities, then I don't feel as scared to be a big personality also.
Like it brings out the best in you. You play off of each
Yes.
other. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I think it would just be fun. I love watching them cook. I love watching Keith eat the menu. So, and Keith eating the menu at Yankee Stadium. Never wanted to go to Yankee Stadium till I saw that. So thanks, Keith.
Definitely.
And who's your next person?
The next person I thought of, I don't know if you've heard of her. Her name is Stephanie Harlow. Um, she mostly does true crime, and you know I'm not that into true crime. Like I don't watch a lot of it. It kind of just upsets me how much money some of these companies make off of like murder, particularly women victims, and it just kind of seems sensationalized a lot, but she is really good at telling the facts and she is not unbiased at all. Like if you kill your kid or something, she's going to tell you you're a piece of shit mother and not feel bad about it. Um but her videos are just so interesting and she puts so much research into it and goes really in depth and she covers like old cases too. But I've been watching Stephanie's true crime videos for a few years now and I just love her personality. She seems like she'd be really fun to like just open a bottle of wine, talk about talk shit about people because let's face it, we love sitting around doing that. And I think she would fit right in with that. And she also seems like she'd be a fun friend to go on like a weekend vacation with. Like, she's a mom and she works really hard and she's a wife, but she seems like the kind of person that when she does get alone time, she goes all out. And that's totally like us.
Yeah, I'll have to check her out. Her name's Stephanie what?
Stephanie Harlow, Harlowe.
I love that. I love true crime, you know I do. But you
Mm-hmm.
are right. I have kind of backed off. I will watch Forensic Files till the cows come home, but I have not been listening to as many podcasts lately, just for my own sense of well-being.
Yeah, I think it's totally understandable why so many of us are fascinated and we want to understand what brings people to that point and how we can protect ourselves and whatnot. But there's definitely a balance
Yes.
for our own peace of mind. I only have one more on my list, and it might be the same as your last one.
Well, I chose a different last one because I knew we
Okay,
would have the same last ones. Um, my last one, I would love to be friends with Jamie French.
who's that?
You know who she is. You sent me a video. She's the one that does she like did the reactions like when Trisha was doing the ASMR of the facial and
Yes.
she's so funny. She does other videos. She used to do more makeup videos, but she does these videos. I see them on Facebook where she basically goes over the plots of like really terrible movies. Like she did one that was like I think Bring It On 3.
Mm-hmm.
And like she just like gives her commentary and she's so funny and so down to earth. I love her. She's
Ooh.
and she loves makeup and she has a bird and I think pet birds are cool. I just think it's really she's just so funny. And she doesn't try too hard, I don't think. I feel like some
Mm-hmm.
people, especially with how many influencers there are all over the platforms, that some people try to be funny and she's just naturally funny and I love her.
That's
Hilarious.
awesome.
And
Like she's another one you feel like you could just hang out at home with and have the
heck
best time doing nothing.
yes. Yes, just laughing, putting on makeup, talking about makeup, watching terrible movies because I love terrible movies. She's just funny and I love laughing.
Me too.
And I think I know who your last one is because we've talked about this so many times.
Yeah,
But
I
you
thought for
say it.
sure he would be your last one too, because we've said in the past, this is like our friend soulmate. He is the missing wheel on our tricycle. Garrett
Yes.
Watts.
Love him so much. And I did change my last one on the fly because I knew you were going to say Garrett Watts, and I wanted to give us a little bit more time to talk about somebody other than Garrett because I could talk about Garrett Watts forever. He's so funny. I watch his videos on repeat sometimes because he makes me laugh, and I just enjoy the energy that he brings to all the videos he puts out.
Yes, it's like his soul shines through. It's not like he's just trying to make a video to make a buck. It doesn't seem like shtick. It doesn't seem like a character. It seems like he's being his genuine self, and his genuine self is awesome.
Yes, he makes me feel like I could tell him everything I liked and he would be excited. He wouldn't be like,
Yes.
that's dumb or grow up
Hmm.
or you're a nerd. He would be genuinely excited because I feel like we like a lot of the same things. And even the
Hmm.
things that I've never heard him talk about, if I brought it up, I feel like he would know something about it.
The moment he stole my heart was when he was moving out of his little apartment and showed his mini kitchen, his mini fridge that was on his fridge because that's something I would do. I love miniature things so much.
And
And I
he
feel like
does
Garrett
too.
Watts would, I know he would understand. He would look at like a tiny mini spoon and get just as excited about it as I would. Or I have like mini VHS movies that actually open up and you can put it in the mini VCR. And I just know he would love it.
He would. I was actually looking at many things the other day on
Oh,
Amazon.
what is it about many things? It's like they're so cute.
I know. Because why do you need it, but why don't you need it? Like, you do need it to bring you joy.
And that's the only thing. It gives me an instant serotonin boost. I know it's going to sit on a shelf or get lost, but it makes me so happy when I look at it, especially when stuff looks realistic, but it's just in super tiny form.
Yes, I saw like the world's smallest Jenga set. Wouldn't you want to play the world's
Adorable.
smallest Jenga set with Garrett Watts?
I sure would. Oh my gosh, we would probably pee our pants. And then Harry Potter, of course. You and I both
Yes.
love Harry
Love
Potter,
Harry
and
Potter.
Garrett understands.
He does understand.
Imagine us going to Universal Studios with Garrett Watts. That would
Or
be the best day ever.
going somewhere haunted.
Oh, both. Well,
I
speaking of haunted, I feel like he really is our friend soulmate, and I think we actually have a chance to meet him someday because without going into details, it's fair to say he spends time in a place where we also spend time, right? Can
I
we
would
say
say
it
that's
that way?
fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So, our paths could actually all cross someday. And if it ever does, I will know at that moment he's meant to be our friend and he's coming with us one way or the other.
And I love his laugh.
Yes, it's so cute.
It's
Oh,
just so genuine.
can't you just imagine the three of us sitting around browsing eBay for hours and eating snacks and laughing,
Yes, that would
listening
be
to Trapped in the
so
Closet?
fun.
Well, it's a great place to take a break, so we'll be right back after a fun fact with Lily.
It's Fun Facts with Lily.
Hi, this is Lily, and here's our fact of the week. Did you know that German chocolate cake was invented in Texas? It's actually not after German, as in Germany, the company. It's after Sam German, who invented German chocolate cake in 1852.
And we're back.
Yes,
Hope
we
you
just
enjoyed
talked.
that fun fact from Lily.
I have lots of facts. Look forward to them in the future.
That's what I love about you.
I want to know some facts about you. So we have prepared some would you rathers, and I think we should just dive right into that.
All right. I know we sent each other our the ones we had come up with, but I did change two of them. So we'll see what your answer is. Do you want to start?
Yes, so I have the first one. Would you rather have a photographic memory or read minds?
Ooh, I would definitely rather have a photographic memory because I'm notorious for losing my stuff. Like, I think I have this awesome place to put it. I'm like, I'll put it here. I'll never forget where it is. This is a place I would always remember, and then I can never find it. So, photographic memory would help with that. And I don't want to hear people's minds.
I don't either because I don't, my thoughts are generally crazy and racing. So I could be thinking about what I'm gonna do 6 months from now. I could also be thinking about the weather. I could be thinking about something I did 10 years ago. So I definitely would love to have a photographic memory because I feel like a lot of times, a lot of information is always coming at us, and I want to share it, but I can never remember what it is exactly.
Like the details and the
Yes,
specifics. That
yes.
makes sense. That's a good point. Yeah, for me, I don't want to hear the things that people keep inside, because I know I have many thoughts every day that I'm too nice to say or that I know isn't helpful or kind, and I don't want to hear what people think about me.
And I think what sets you apart and me is that we know that there are things that we think because we're humans that don't need
Hmm.
to be said because they are not helpful and they are not kind.
Very
But I'm not
true.
going to fault myself for being a human and thinking those things. But I do think that the people that are just like, I'm just being real, I just say it how it is. No, you could be nice. You could have
Yes.
some tact.
Hmm.
And if I didn't ask, you don't need to tell me.
Right? Would you rather never have to clean or never have to cook?
I would rather never have to clean because I already don't cook. Um, I buy a lot of food from places that are not my house, not the grocery store. Uh, so I would rather never have to clean and I would continue not cooking as well. But I do cook sometimes. I like to cook breakfast, but I don't like to eat breakfast at nighttime. So,
Fun facts with Lily.
yes, what about you? I know you cook a
Same
lot more than
answer.
I do.
I love to cook. It's very relaxing for me, and so it's not a problem to have to keep cooking for myself or my family. But I hate cleaning. If I never had to fold another load of laundry in my life, I would die happy. You know what? If I have a maid, she doesn't need, I will start the laundry. I will put it in there. I will put the soap in and get it going, and then I'm gonna forget about it. So she needs to step in, or he. I don't
Yes.
discriminate on my maids.
Do you know how many times I have rewashed the same load of laundry because I forget about it and it's been
Mm-hmm.
days? I just, I never got to that part of adulting where I'm really good at keeping things clean. I can deep clean really well, but it usually has to get pretty messy for me to deep clean.
Yeah. I would love to have like Marie Kondo come over and help me get organized. I feel like I'm okay at keeping things clean, but I don't have a place for everything and everything its place. They say that's step one, and I don't have a place where the scissors always are. They're wherever I set them last.
I know, or I have so many collectibles that I'm like, or just small things. I just throw them in boxes and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go through my junk closet because my linen closet is now full of boxes full of stuff. And then I just get so overwhelmed because I'm like, I don't know where to put this, but I also don't want to get rid of it because I like it or I need it or I might need it.
Ooh, if we ever did a live, you can take us in your closet. We can put it all. I feel like there's some good stuff in there. I know you.
I
There's
have
probably
really
some treasures in there.
I have some really good stuff all over my basement is full of good stuff. I could have an estate sale now. I'm just one of those people. I love my things and
Hmm.
they make me happy, but I would like to be more organized.
We need more friends like Garrett Watts in our lives who also have an accumulation of useless shit that's important to them. And just surround ourselves with like-minded people, and we won't even realize that we have a problem.
Exactly. And he does clean up. He makes videos,
Yes.
and it's maybe someday I'll do that, but we'll see.
We'll see. What's your next one?
Would you rather be able to speak to animals or speak all foreign languages?
Ooh, all foreign languages? As tempting as all foreign languages is, I would rather speak to animals because I love animals so much, especially my pets, to actually be able to communicate and be able to ask them like what they like and what they don't like, what they need would be amazing.
Yeah, it would. I do think even wild animals, I think it would be fun to talk to because
Yes.
sometimes I see rabbits in my front yard and I'm like, hi, bun buns. But I think being able to speak to anyone wherever you go would be
Mm-hmm.
so amazing because you would be able to learn so much from people from different cultures and different ways of
Very
life
true.
than what we're used to.
Well, there you go. So you'll know all the languages. I can speak to animals and we'll just go all over the world together.
And speak to the animals, speak to the people, learn what we need
Mm-hmm.
to learn.
We can have like a pet. We'll call ourselves pet psychics. We can travel the world and I'll tell people what their pets are thinking.
Yeah, and I'll translate.
Exactly.
$1 million idea.
All right, I'm quit. I'll quit tomorrow. I know you just started your job, but
Yeah, but they don't have my information if I didn't show up again. I
all
mean, they
right.
do now. I did submit all of my tax forms and stuff, but
Would you rather have a baby with Nick Cannon or Elon Musk?
Nick Cannon, because he's more attractive.
Same answer. He is more attractive. He seems like he would be better in bed. I would not let Elon Musk touch me.
And his rubber face.
Oh, have you seen that picture of him on the beach without a shirt on?
Yeah, I have a thing in my head where really large torsos and small legs, I don't like it.
And it looks like he has liver cirrhosis. I don't know if he's a drinker, but it like so jutted out compared to the rest of his body.
It could be a lot of things, but it's just not attract. And yeah, Nick Cannon, I don't like a lot about Nick Cannon, but he is very attractive.
He
And
is. And at least he's talented and he's obviously good at fucking. He has all these women who are willing to put up with his shit just to get some and
yeah,
have a piece of his life.
that is true. Which,
So,
I mean, I have another question that also has to do with Elon Musk.
hmm.
Would you rather be Nicolas Cage's personal assistant for 1 year or let Elon Musk name your firstborn child?
Oh my gosh. So, for the listeners, we both aren't big fans of Nicolas Cage, but Lily hates him more. I love National Treasure.
I could go on forever about how much I hate Nick Cage.
I
And
need
he
more
seems very
information.
unhinged. I would not
It
want to be around him
does
for.
he, okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, is he known to yell at people or be a diva?
Well, I know he is a tax evader, so how am I supposed to know if he's going to pay me on time?
I do remember reading he bought that house in New Orleans that was in American Horror Story.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
what was her name? Madame Marie Le something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen that
But
season.
he bought like a haunted mansion, and I'm pretty sure he
It was
doesn't have it
foreclosed on, I
anymore.
think.
Yeah.
But I also can't pronounce Elon Musk's son's name.
Well, he might name it after himself too. What if he? What if you had to name your child Elon Musk? Not just Elon, the whole thing, Elon Musk.
Oh, I still could
Hard
not put
one.
up with Nicolas Cage for a whole year,
Yeah, a year's a long time. Elon can name our child.
even though it's like the rest of our lives with the child. But maybe they will grow up and change their name because there's no stipulations that the kid cannot change their name.
Right, we'll give him a nickname.
Yeah, EJ or something. I don't know. But that's like a brand of brandy that's really gross.
EJ?
EJ, E and J's. I think it's E and
Oh.
J's, but it's. Mm, I drank a little too much when I was over the legal drinking age, and I've never been able to drink it again.
I can't do brown liquor. No, thank you. Would you rather go without makeup and all beauty products except for Dial soap and VO5 shampoo for a month, or go without internet for a month?
Um, I actually use Dial soap on uh my lady bits
Mm.
because it's antibacterial. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not inside me, you crazies out there. I don't put soap, but you gotta wash. But VO5, my hair is very, very picky. Oh, I would go without beauty products. And we stream everything. So it would be such a long month without any TV, any internet, any social media. So I could use Dial and VO5 for a month. I would just have to do some super repairing at day
Mm-hmm.
31 to my
I
hair and my face.
I agree. It would be very hard to go without like my face masks and my moisturizers and especially my mascara. But I can get down with VO5. Like the smoothie conditioners, those are pretty good. I would still use those, but I cannot go without the internet. I am so spoiled now being able to reach for my phone whenever I have a question about anything. I can learn how to make a certain recipe or teach myself how to knit or text you any time of the day. You know,
Yeah,
I could not go without the internet for a month.
no, I couldn't either. And I think with, especially cheap conditioners, a little goes a long way, especially with my hair
Mm-hmm.
because it gets oily so fast, and I feel like cheap conditioners especially make it more oily. So I would
Mm-hmm.
just put a little dab in the ends
Mm-hmm.
and just smell like, clean, like Dial. Dial smells, I like the smell of it.
Well, we would make it work.
Yeah, we always have Dial in our house.
Interesting.
Well, I have another one for you. This one I think is really hard. Would you rather sew all of your own clothes or grow all of your own food?
Oh, that is a hard one because I love clothes so much and I don't trust myself to make very cute ones. But if my family is being fed on what I can grow alone, we're going to starve to death. I would have to make my own clothes. I'll just walk around in a toga like I'm at a college party.
I think you could get better at making clothes, and they have cute fabrics. They have designs that you can get that are not very
True.
easy, to figure out. But I think eventually you would figure it out better.
If
But
you had to make your own outfit before going to work tomorrow, like what would you do?
I would call in.
Oh,
No, there's no. I'm not that. I mean, I would have to wait, and I would have to make something not tonight.
yeah. You would need a couple days. I
Yes.
get you.
And I like Oreos, and I can't grow Oreos.
I know when I was thinking about that, bread and cheese was my big one. Like, I could probably get a goat and make my own feta, but it is not worth it.
And goat farm animals in general are expensive and take a lot of work.
True.
I don't think we could work full-time jobs and have, you know, barn animals. I
Well,
mean,
we'd be
people
growing
do.
our own food, wearing our Louboutins
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Chanel, because we wouldn't have to sew our own clothes.
Exact, and we'd have so much money from all the money we save spending on food. Oh,
Love
that's
it.
so
That was a
depressing
good
though,
one.
thinking about grow. I would have like one sad tomato and I would just cry.
Right? Oh,
Especially in
no,
the
thank you.
winter. What grows in the winter besides what I know from Sims, which is like potatoes and onions?
You would have to can a lot during the summer, and inside you could have some of those hydroponic lettuce things, but no, you would have to save a lot during the summer.
Not worth it.
No, I'm depressed just thinking about it. Let's change the subject.
Yes, what is your next question?
Would you rather, for a living, clean up after Jeffree Star's pets or after Nikocado Avocado's mukbangs?
Oh, Jeffree Star.
Would you?
Yes, because one, I think he does have somebody that cleans up after his pets. Maybe
Oh,
it's like a
I'm
personal
sure.
assistant or
Hmm.
something, but then you still get to hang out with Jeffree Star.
I don't know. Or you're just the person he passes while you're cleaning up his dog's shit for the fifth time that day.
But he has a lot more money than Nikocado,
That's true. That's true.
so I'm sure he'd probably pay better if anything.
But Nikocado is in Florida, so at least I'd be close to Universal Studios.
That's true. Wyoming doesn't sound like I want to be there.
Right. Florida does sound like a better place to live in, and I feel like it would be quicker to clean up after Nikocado.
Yeah, because you do have to clean up multiple times a day.
I mean, 8 dogs who aren't potty trained? And are we counting the
The
yaks?
yaks and the
I don't
camels now.
know. I guess they wouldn't be part of that
No,
deal.
that's like his farm.
Mm-hmm.
I know he has like personal ones and then ones that are like for cattle. But no, I would still rather clean up after Jeffree Star's dogs.
Fair enough. He definitely smells better, I'm sure.
But are you picking Nikocado?
I think I am. So Nikocado hit me up. I'm quick and efficient.
I've loved Jeffree since MySpace. I have
Mm-hmm.
Jeffree's first album that I bought on iTunes
Yep.
a long time ago, still on my iPhone.
Yes. We
Uh,
were OG Jeffrey listeners for sure.
yeah, still love it. Still listen to it. Sometimes when I'm listening to my like drag queen tunes, my different drag queens I listen to, I'll just listen to Jeffree in there because that's, the same kind of vibe and the mood, kind of feeling raunchy. Uh, so I do that. All right, my last question to you. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to those in need?
That's a hard one. I am an organ donor. I feel like that is something that's really important to me. I guess it would depend on what kind of science my body would be used for. Like, I don't want to just be on a table for a bunch of medical students to learn from. That to me wouldn't be as worth it as my organs going to saving someone's life. But if my body was going to be used to like possibly find a cure for something,
That's what I was gonna say is it depends on what I die from. Like maybe it's something crazy that they can study,
right?
but and then if that's the case, then they wouldn't be able to give my organs away anyway.
Good point.
But I am an organ donor also, and I think if I were to, you know, get in a car accident, I would donate my organs if I had to pick one. off the top of my head because at least I know, like if I donate my organs, somebody can use something,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's my cold, cold heart or my fatty, fatty liver
Your beautiful eyes.
that are very, very weak. They need a
Well,
very
probably
high prescription,
true.
but it's still better than somebody that has no sight
True.
because I mean, I can see, I can work, I can do my job. So think if I had to pick one, it would be donate my organs.
Yeah, I think I would say that too. Just knowing you can directly save a life. Um, sounds like the greater good in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, man, that makes my last one seem kind of crass, but here we go. Would you rather make out with Jason Nash or Trisha Paytas?
Trisha Paytas.
Same, easy answer.
Yes, Jason Nash is so cringy and gross,
He disgusts me.
and I wouldn't want him to be a little baby bitch and let David film it.
Ugh, he's an embarrassment. I just can't imagine those thin lips and his insecure body. Ugh.
I know a lot of people feel a lot of certain ways about Trisha, but I think she's beautiful.
I think she's very pretty. Um, she was one of the first plus size influencers that I remember, and I liked her confidence and her lips look soft. I bet she smells good, and she's like eager to please. I bet she's a good kisser.
I bet she is too, and yeah, she would make me feel comfortable because she's comfortable.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Well, speaking of Trish and other influencers we've talked about today, what are your top three influencer purchases?
Well, we came up with this since we were talking about influencers so much today. So we were thinking about not only stuff that influencers sell, but maybe stuff that they've recommended that made us want to try it. My first one is something I love. It's actually something you got me. Well, for my birthday one year, Lily got me the Bloodlust eyeshadow palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and particularly the color Beauty Sleep. To me, it looks like a lavender with gold shimmers. Um, Jeffree describes it as a duochrome with gold and pink. And he also said it was probably one of the prettiest colors he's ever made. And I agree with that. I've hit pan on it. I've been looking for a dupe because I'm scared I'm going to run out of it someday. It's just a color that makes my eyes pop. It looks so pretty and feminine. There's shimmer without too much glitter. And every time I wear it, I get compliments. So that's one of my number one influencer purchases.
Yes.
But thank you for that since it was a gift.
Jeffree Star has some of the best eyeshadow palettes. I have quite a few, and that one is one of my favorites. And so, my first influencer inspired purchase that I want to talk about, there was a video where Keith ate all the cheese. And there is a cheese that I love. I know Clover has had it too. It is the Meredith's Dairy sheep and goat cheese. It is so good. It melts in your mouth. You can put the oil, the marinade is oil. You can put it on other foods like salad, and it's so good. So good. I love it.
That was on my list too. So I'm just going to jump in, set the scene for our listeners, maybe put some smooth jazz in when we're editing. Marinated sheep and goat cheese. First of all, this oil is good enough to bathe in. It's high quality olive oil with herbs and peppercorns and other spices in it. So it has this wonderful flavor. And then they just place these pillows of soft, creamy, sharp cheese in it. Heaven.
It's so good.
It is
I think
so
about it
good.
all the time.
We do. We talk about this cheese all the time. And it is expensive, and there's only one place within an hour of me that sells it. So we get it on special occasions and treasure every drop.
Yes. And I just love it so much. It's so
It's
good.
really good.
But
Made in
yes.
Australia, so I think that might be why it's hard to find. But you can go to their website, Meredith's Dairy, and see if anywhere around you sells it.
Yes. And now let's get off the topic of great food. What's your next thing? Oh,
Well,
well, what's your last thing?
yeah, that's my last thing because the cheese was my number one. I
Oh,
mean, nothing beats that cheese as far as things I've seen on YouTube and had to try.
well, I think my next influencer product is the Skims teddy bear pullover. It is
Mm,
so soft and so warm. It was super cold here a couple weeks ago, like super, super cold. And I wore it underneath my jacket. I wasn't cold. At least my top half wasn't cold. It's so warm. And I actually got it not because of Kim, but because Shane Dawson bought it for his fiance, Ryland, last 2021 Christmas. So not the Christmas that
hmm.
just passed, but the Christmas before. And that's when I got it. I had to get it. And it is my favorite thing ever.
It looks super soft.
It is not quite as soft as it used to be because of washing it, but that's with anything soft, I think.
Hmm.
And I'll just say my last one, and I think you can agree with this, crumble cookies.
Yes.
I love crumble. A lot of influencers talk about it. I wasn't able to try it until the beginning of last year. I went to Denver and they have a bunch of them there. They have some here now. They've opened up all over. I love that they have different flavors every week. The snickerdoodle was my favorite. I go every time they have it. And also their pumpkin cookie that they had before Thanksgiving, so good. They had a couple different kinds. I love anything pumpkin, but
Me too.
I love soft cookies. I love big cookies. I love frosting. I will eat goldfish, like graham crackers, with frosting, like dip them in frosting. I love frosting. So I just I think all the influencers that talk about crumble, it made me want to try it. And so when I went to Denver, I was like, I have to. And I did, and I've never looked back.
I agree. Crumble is something I didn't want to try until I saw it all over the internet. It seemed like everyone was going to Crumble and making videos and posting reviews, and I finally got to try it this summer at a wedding. They had every flavor that was available that week, and I tried a bite of all of them. No guilt. They were delicious. And I agree. I would rather have a cookie than a piece of cake or a piece of candy any day,
I would
especially
rather
a
have a
soft cookie.
crumble cookie than a piece of cake, but I
Hmm.
love cake.
I'm a
Uh,
cookie monster,
mm.
and Crumble's really good.
And crumble at a wedding, I think that's genius.
It was really cute. They had like a dessert bar, and so they had crumble, and then they had mini cheesecake bites and brownie bites, and it was really nice.
Mm. I love sweets. I could live off sweets, I think. You know that. I've always been that way.
Hmm.
Love it. Love it. Well, I think that's all we have time for tonight. We've had a long day. Your vacation ends. You have to go back to work. I
I do.
I started my job, so I have to get used to waking up early again. But I want to thank everyone for coming to all the tea we cannot sip.
Be
It's
sure
been
to listen next week. I'm really excited for next week. We're going to be talking about crazy stuff we've seen on the internet and just internet culture in general. And I think it's going to be a fun episode.
I do too. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to sitting with you and trying to sip all this tea that we cannot. But, you know, have a good week and you can follow our Instagram at all the tea we cannot sip.
Yeah,
Isn't
we'll
that
link all of our socials down in the description box as well. Check those
yes?
out. And thank you for listening to All the Tea We Cannot Sip. See you
Um,
next time.
yes. Bye bye.
Bye.